Oh, good boy.
Oh my God. He sit when you said sit. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm Lori if you're new here. So I'm actually at another sanctuary. This one's called Foster Sanctuary and it's in Warkworth, Ontario. And just as I pulled up, you can see I got a whole bunch of peacocks here. There's a rooster over here and the pig just walking by. So I'm going to introduce you to the owners and give you a tour. Come along. Let's go follow the pig. I think he knows where to go. Hello. What's your name? Hey, what's your name? Hello. Look at the tail. You want pets? You want me to pet you? Hey. Okay guys, so I'm here with the owners. This is Morgan and Kevin. Hi.
Hi.
So we're gonna kind of get a little tour and kind of find a little bit about their sanctuary and obviously meet all the adorable animals. And there's a whole bunch of animals behind me, a huge pig, and there's some dogs running around and chickens, and we're gonna see a little cat I see. Every time I look around, there's like a new animal. Is it gonna be a giraffe or an elephant?
Yeah, I love that. It's my dream to have a camel.
Really?
So someday.
Ooh,
yes,
maybe. So maybe we'll be back another time to see a camel here.
Yeah, hopefully.
We moved here this summer of 2017. I've always loved animals. I've been a vegetarian since I was a kid, and I really love pigs. Pigs are my favorite. So we moved here about 4.5 years ago.
I think so.
Always talked about having a farm sanctuary, and then finally it was kind of like we should get a sanctuary or we should stop talking about it. So we moved here. The first pig that we brought in was a potbelly, and then a couple weeks later, actually Faye moved in. She was about 4 weeks old. She was running on the 401 by herself. She jumped out of a truck or something. She was sunburnt and heat stroke, and she was injured. So she came into the vet clinic that I worked at, and that was it. We brought her home, and now she's this. So the first week we moved in here, we took in a chicken, a pig, and an old dog. And then it just kind of kept going from there. We got Faye a couple weeks later, and then more chickens, and then another cat, and then another dog, and then the beginning of COVID, I guess, we took in sheep and goats and turkeys, and so we grew a lot in the last maybe 2 years. And we've got a cow, Walter. We started with pigs and chickens, and then we sort of get used to what we have. We learn a lot about them. We knew nothing about pigs. I mean, they're adorable, but that's all I knew about them, that they eat. And so we just learn a lot about them and try to grow with them. And then once we get comfortable with that, then we're open to another animal. So the next animal we took in was a cow. And then we got comfortable with him, and then we took in sheep, and then figured them out. And so we just kind of learn as we go. Yeah, she was only 15 pounds when she moved in. So she was really little. She's pretty chill now. She has some pain issues. So she doesn't always get up during the day. And she doesn't really let us touch her when she's laying down anymore. She used to like big belly rubs, but she doesn't really like that anymore. And then all the other potbellies just came from different situations. Ursula lived in a house, Henry lived in a house, Vera lived in a backyard by herself, had no contact with people whatsoever. So just different places that we get them. It depends on, sometimes the Humane Society will contact us, sometimes people contact us directly. And it just depends. Some of them are mistreated. Most of them are mistreated, really. A lot of them are just sort of, they get them and then they can't manage them, so then they just give them away or try to get rid of them or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so awesome that you guys are doing that. Open up your hearts, opening up your house. This is amazing. You're saving so many lives here.
Yeah, we are up to about, I think last count was 75. And we also foster kittens for the Humane Society and pregnant moms and their kittens, orphan kittens. Mm-hmm. And we fostered quite a few pigs over the years, quite a few dogs. So if we take them in and we say that we're going to adopt them, then we always keep them till the end of their natural life. If otherwise, we'll say that we'll foster them, and then we try to find them a home, and we always do. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. This is Jack, our barn cat.
Oh, she's missing a leg.
Yes. We would get pigs from people that are trying to keep them in a house. A lot of people think that a pig is a dog, and it's not. Very smart. They're very persistent, I'll say. They're very stubborn. You can train them, absolutely, but you have to put a lot of time in. It's the same as a puppy, right? People get a puppy and they think that it's just going to know how to sit and stay and come and not chew their furniture. But pigs are even more destructive. They're so smart, they have to have something to do all the time. So we actually have a pig that lives in the house. He's kind of like a dog, but he comes outside all day. He goes outside at 7 in the morning and he just does his thing. He walks around, he eats bugs, he lays in the sun, he does whatever he wants, and then he comes in at night and gets into his bed. Pigs are not like puppies, so if your puppy pees on the floor, you pick it up and you put it outside and everything is fine. If your pig pees on the floor, you pick it up and it screams like you're murdering it, and then you put it outside and it's okay. But they're very reactive, they're very loud. And
I know I'm gonna just move the camera here to see what's someone's coming to check us out here.
He's gonna check out your bag.
Is he gonna eat my phone?
He will definitely try it. He's a Holstein, so that's a dairy cow, but he's a boy, so he is a veal cow. And veal is a byproduct of the dairy industry. So all the boys that aren't used for breeding are sold for veal. And so Walter came to us when he was 12 days old. Kevin got him,
I think he's curious about me, actually.
The camera. We had somebody come in with umbrellas last week and he was like, what are those? Okay, Walter, you ruined it. You don't need to look at stuff.
Actually, this is kind of cool to look at. Wow, the size of his head.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's 3 years old.
Just 3 years old?
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's been here since he was 12 days.
So he's like your baby.
Still. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So can I pet him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's very
Absolutely. He's very
friendly.
friendly.
Hello.
It's just the stand. You've never seen a stand before.
Oh, hello.
He's very curious.
Wow, just the size of him.
He is bigger than your average deer. They're usually not this big.
Okay.
He just kept growing and growing and growing.
Here, I'll just put it over. Well, yeah, I guess he might still follow it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Okay, so you got him and he was,
Yeah, he likes the
purse?
I didn't even think of that. It's just the whole.
Do I have snacks
Okay,
in there? I'm
you're-
trying to
you're-
think.
It's not snacks. It's just the novelty of something different.
Yeah. Oh, here, I'll just. This is great footage though, because this is like so close up. Like,
He's got one eye with all black eyelashes and the other eye's all white eyelashes.
oh yeah. Don't look at me.
He has a very rough tongue. If you've never been licked by a cow, it's
Oh.
like a cat's tongue. but
Oh,
it's
really?
Super, super rough, yeah.
Beef cows are allowed to stay with their young, but dairy, that's how they get the milk. They get the mothers pregnant and then they take the baby and then they take their milk. So actually funny, when we had Walter, he was on, we gave him 4 bottles a day, 3 liters each when he was a baby. So, but we had to buy formula.
Wow, baby formula?
Cow formula.
Oh,
but
cow.
it's-
Okay.
It's like powdered milk because the milk is used for humans.
Right.
They did a really good job marketing.
That's right.
They did a really good job. And so a lot of people still think that milk is really healthy and still think that the cows are treated really kindly, and there just is no ethical milk because
That's right.
you're taking the baby away from the mother no matter what.
The ethical milk is almond milk
That's right.
and soy milk and oat milk and
It's
everything
milk
else.
and- yeah, exactly. He was about 70 pounds when we brought him home. We had a Great Dane at the time, and she was bigger than him.
Wow.
Yeah. So he came home in the back of a car. Kevin picked him up like a goat and put him in the back of the car. That's a good boy. You could have stayed laying down.
So he fit in the car
He did.
at the time.
Yeah, no problem. Like,
Yeah.
I actually pondered, I didn't know what to bring him home in. I thought, what would be safer? Should I get a livestock trailer? Should I, what should I do? And then I thought, well, it's actually safer for him because he'll fall over in a trailer.
Right.
So I put him in the back, put some plywood and some straw down, and
Wow.
perfect. He didn't say a word whole way home. He was sitting nice and
Happy.
quiet.
Happy
Yeah.
to be saved, you know.
He's been a gem from the beginning. We had kids here the first day he was here, and he's always been lovely. We do tours.
we do, we have people come and they everybody meet all the animals. And when there's kids here, he usually stays laying down and he lets them poke them and pet them and lay on them. And when we have a younger crowd here, he gets up and he licks them and, you know, headbutts them and gets excited. So he really reads the crowd and and does whatever sort of he thinks they want.
Yeah.
Which is great. People love him. He's a hit.
So you basically, you changed the whole course of his life. He would have been veal on someone's plate.
Veal is about 12 to 18 months, anywhere between 12 and 18 months they slaughter them. So he's 3, but so he'd be long gone.
Wow.
Yeah, Faye as well. She's a production pig. She would have been gone at 6 months, and she's 4 now. So.
So you're definitely changing the lives of this. So that's why, you know, when people say, oh, you know what, me going vegan isn't going to change the whole world, but you know what, you changed his world. You know,
it changes something. I've struggled with that sometimes too, because sometimes it's overwhelming and you feel like you're not doing enough, or it's not making a difference, but it does make a difference. I mean, every day he's here.
Yeah. And you're inspiring others too.
I hope so.
Yeah, you are, definitely.
I hope so.
Especially with your tours and everything. How do people sign up and what does the tour include? And
yeah, we're on Airbnb Experience. And so we're called Kiss a Cow, Pet a Pig, Love a Sheep.
Oh, I love that.
And it's an hour-long tour. And we just basically walk you around and introduce you to everybody, and we talk about everybody. I mean, this is a Kuni. Sarah at the Pearly Acre has Kunis as well, but not quite as girthy as this lady. And so we just meet everybody, and then at the end, they have an opportunity to go for a walk in the woods. We have a really nice path in the woods. So we talk about where they all come from, what kind of pigs we have 3 different kinds of pigs, where the animals come from, you know, what they're used for, what we do with them, kind of thing. You know, I mean, everybody here just gets to be who they are. They just get to live here and just be who they are. Right?
Eat and sleep pretty much, right? And get all the snuggles.
Yes, exactly. I think the 2 animals that really touch people are Walter and Faye, the big pig and the cow, because it's not often that you maybe see a cow when you're driving down the road, you know, in a field somewhere, but you don't really think of it as having a personality like Walter does, of being curious and you know, wanting to do what you're doing and licking you and all those things. So I love the tours. People are really receptive to it, and they really become connected really quickly to some of the animals. These guys are really friendly too. They've been here since July. She has a daughter that's in the barn there, and yeah. So people, it's just nice because you don't. Yeah, these ones are definitely a favorite. It's awesome to see, and kids too. Like when the kids come here, some parents, you know, I mean, they just don't have the knowledge. They don't have the experience. So their kids they feel a connection with the animals so fast, right? And then the parents see the kids connecting, and then it gives them something to think about too, which is awesome.
Personalities, they're
all very different.
They all do different things. Some are grumpy, some aren't. Some like to be pet, some don't. Some
depends on where they
alone.
came from. Yeah, animals are just like people. They are all different. They all just have their own. It depends on how they were treated, and also some of them were treated poorly but are receptive to love anyway. Which is awesome, because you know we want to give them a nice life, and we don't expect anything from them. We if they are grumpy because they've been mistreated, then that's okay. You can go off and do your thing. We're still gonna love you and hope that one day you let us, you know, show you our love. But if you don't, then that's okay too. We see it especially with our one pig Ursula. You can see it in her personality has changed so much since she's been here. She came from a not a good home situation and lived in a house for 4 years, and now she just is a pig. She didn't do any pig things when she moved in. She had no idea what to do with the mud bath. Yeah, she had no idea. She'd never seen another pig, so she was nervous about them. And the first time we saw her in the mud bath, it was incredible. Like she was just like, oh God. Now she's like the first one in there. As soon as she sees us coming with the wheelbarrow, she's like, oh, I'm going in.
That's so awesome. So before you were doing the tours, I guess you guys were just financially supporting this on your own?
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. We only have been so we've been here 4.5 years, and we've only been a nonprofit for a year.
Okay.
A little over a year. So up until then, we were, and the first year, I mean, we still kick in.
Every now and then we have to throw some money back into it.
Yeah, which is fine because I mean, we would anyway, right? They're also our we love them, so why wouldn't we take care of them, right? We promised them that we would, so we do. That's the big lie, is that livestock are not animals. They don't care. They don't feel things, like, you know. There's this big lie in the dairy industry that like it helps the mothers to take the babies. No, it doesn't. So there's this big lie that livestock don't have personalities and don't want love like dogs or cats do. But it's the same. They know if we're coming out here to feed them, as opposed to if we're coming out here to do something else, to grab something from the barn. They're really smart, and they're really receptive, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a cute shot right there.
She's a licker.
Okay, so you did touch earlier on your history as vegan, and then before that you were a vegetarian.
Yes.
So at what point did you think to rescue animals, and was it from the meat industry specifically that you had your eyes kind of on, or?
It was, I think I've had such a connection with animals my whole life. And so I was 11 when I went vegetarian, and then I was 28 when I went vegan. And so around the time that I went vegan, I started thinking it might be nice. Like, that was something that I wanted to get into, was rescuing animals. We started with with domestic animals. So we started with cat. I had a cat when we met. And then we got a dog, and then we took in another cat, and then we started fostering kittens for the Humane Society. It really did start with domestic animals, but then after a while it was like, why couldn't I save a goat? And so it's not necessarily specifically animals from the meat industry, but it has sort of turned out that way in terms of some of the pigs are from the meat industry, but potbelly pigs in this country really aren't in the meat industry. That's the domestic pet industry. So it's not necessarily specific to that. I just love animals, and so I'll take anybody that's been mistreated and doesn't have a home and needs somewhere to just be allowed to be who they are. Oh, there you go.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't touch my ears.
Don't ram into me.
Each other, they don't.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, no?
Very friendly.
No.
Hello.
Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. Hello. That's my jacket.
That one will nibble your clothes.
Yeah, it's nibbling my zipper.
Patrick. He's a clothes nibbler. Hey, come on. Taking advantage.
That's okay. They're actually super adorable.
They're quadruplets.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, all four of them. Hello.
It's a lot of chores. Yeah, we probably spend 4 hours a day dealing with poop.
Wow.
So we have a website, fosterfarmanimalsanctuary.ca, and you can book a tour through there. It'll take you to our Airbnb link. You can also just contact us directly. We do private parties, birthday parties, or gatherings or things like that, family get-togethers, whatever you want to do. We can customize something. And we there's also a spot that you can donate on our website if you like.
I would imagine you go through a lot of food to feed all these hungry animals, so I'm sure every donation is accepted and loved and appreciated.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yes, we go through and a lot of hay and straw too. Walter eats a lot of hay, and the pigs use a lot of straw throughout the winter. So any little bit helps always. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys, for this tour. Really appreciate having me out here and meeting all the animals, and I do hope that I come to one of your events in the future, and I'll check it out and see you again, I'm sure. Awesome. When the camel comes.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.